Hey YouTube, this is Tom at TM Aquatics and I hope everyone's doing great. Today's an exciting day here in the fish room at TM Aquatics. I am about to pull 2 caves full of fry from a new species here at TM Aquatics. These are the first spawns to take place in this fish room and that's exciting. Anyways, I do hope you stick around and check this one out. Alright YouTube, if this is your first time stopping by my channel TM Aquatics and checking out one of my videos, my name is Tom and this is my fish room. And in this fish room I breed a lot of different types of Corydoras and Plecos. And I'm not talking about bushy nose Plecos, I'm talking about high Pancistrus and Picoltias. Fish like this here, the L134 leopard frog, and a whole host of others. But the fish that we're going to focus on today is down here in this bottom 60 breeder. And in this tank I have 2 different types of fish. I have the L181 peppermint pleco, and then I have the L400s, which is a high Pancistrus. And that is the species that we're going to be focusing on today. Now, the L400s are beautiful looking high Pancistrus, kind of that typical black and white worm-lined high Pancistrus that you see, with the L333s, the 450s, 401s, 236s, and a whole bunch of others. However, these, I don't think their white is nearly as bright and vivid as some of those other species, and to me, the L400 actually closely resembles, in my opinion, the L174, which is a much smaller dwarf type high Pancistrus coming out of the Rio Xingu. Now, as you can see, those 2 caves right there, the dark brown cave on the left and the white cave on the bottom right there, see a couple of tails wiggling back and forth. I had back-to-back spawns, one day apart, first spawns ever in this fish room, in caves right next to one another. And these are the first time both of these males have guarded eggs and hatched the eggs and protected the fry. And from what I can see, they both did a fantastic job. Now, I don't know how many fry are in each cave, but that's what we're about to find out today. So anyways, I've got to get these caves out. We're going to dump them one at a time. We'll do a head count on how many fry we got, and then we'll wrap this video up. Alright YouTube, we have all of the fry out of the 2 caves. I have all the fry down here in this plastic container here on my table. We ended up with 22 fry combined from those 2 spawns. And I am extremely happy and excited with that amount. These are the first time that these fish have bred. These are still very young adults, and this is the first time they've spawned here in my fish room. So the fact that we ended up with 22 healthy, nice looking fry, that's a huge success. Honestly, I was expecting about 6 to 8 at most from each cave, so this is great. I am really happy with this. Now, the first cave, the male came out real easy, as did all of the fry, but that second cave, I'm not going to lie, that male did not want to come out, and he was holding back about half a dozen of the fry, and I had a tough time getting him out, but we eventually got him out. Both males are placed back into the breeding tank. Nobody was hurt, nobody was injured, adults and the fry, everybody is perfectly fine and healthy. Now I still need to put their 2 caves back in. Usually those males will go straight away right back to those 2 caves looking for their fry. But these fry also now, they're in this plastic container on my work table. The temperature of the water is starting to drop, so I need to get busy and get them back into the tank as well. But what I'm going to be placing them in is a Zis breeder box, a Zis BL3. And I'm going to keep them in here for several weeks so I can target feed them and get them off to a nice healthy start before we transfer and move them into a larger grow out tank. But I still have plenty of things I need to get done, so we need to get back to it and get busy. We have all of the fry out of the container. They're now in this smaller deli cup here, so it's going to be much easier to transfer them into the fry box. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to place this back into the tank and float it, so this can come up to temperature here a little slower than if I just dump them in, because this water has cooled off several degrees compared to the breeder tank that I'm going to be putting them back into. Alright YouTube, so I placed a piece of wood in the fry box. I took that out of my L400 adult tank, and then I took a catappa leaf, tore it in half, placed that in the fry box as well. Now the reason I do this, and I've been doing it for years and years and years with great results, but the reason I place a piece of wood and the catappa leaf in the fry box, there's two things. It is believed by many that the biofilm that develops and grows on the wood, on the leaf, become these little baby plecos' first food source when they start rasping around looking for something to eat. And it's believed that this biofilm sort of helps jumpstart their digestive system. Now, I don't know how accurate or true that is. I'm not a biologist or an expert. I'm just a hobbyist, no different than you. But also, the piece of wood and the catappa leaf also provides a little protection and a place for these little baby plecos to hide so they don't feel overly stressed. So anyways, I think it's about time to empty these the deli cup, get these little baby plecos into this fry box, and then we can go ahead and wrap up this video. All right, YouTube, you can see we have all of the little fry out of the fry cup in there. We have the Zis breeder box hooked up to some air, so it's getting nice airflow through there as well. It'll take a day or two for that catappa leaf to completely saturate and sink down to the bottom of the fry box, but these little guys are going to be off to a great start. We're going to cut the lights here on this tank, and then let's go take a look at some of the foods that I first feed these guys and how we get them off to a really good start. Alright, so when it comes to start these fry out on some solid foods and prepared foods, I like, without question, I like to go to the Ebo Aquaristic pastes. There's 3 different pastes that I currently have in my fish room. The Spirulina paste, the Grow paste, and then the Insect paste. And really, it doesn't matter if it's a Hypan, Picoltia, or Ancestris. I usually start out with the Spirulina paste. Now, this stuff is just kind of like a Play-Doh type consistency. You can see that you just grab a little bit and form a ball, but I find that if you kind of flatten it out, it just spreads out a little bit better. More of the fry can get on top of it at once and feed, and then it doesn't like roll around inside the fry box. So I'll feed just the paste for like the first week or so. And then afterwards, I like to start combining the paste with some of these other foods. The Cobalt Aquatics Smartemia, the North Fin Fry Starter, and then when they get a little bit bigger, I start to use the Extreme Nano. But what I do is I'll take this piece of paste that I've got, and I'll just put it in this other food, and I'll just smush it around and kind of coat it like that. So you have a little bit of the Smartemia. It's not going to go anywhere right away when you put it in the fry box. It sticks to this paste real good for quite a while. It gives them a chance to jump on it and start getting some other foods in their system. So, but that's what I like to do. So anyways, I think that's going to be about it for this video. So let's go ahead and wrap things up. All right, YouTube, one more thing before we go. There is another food that I also do feed my young Pleco fry here in the fish room, and that is Rapashi. And I like to mix the bottom scratcher and Soylent Green 50-50. Doesn't matter if it's Ancestris, Picoltias, Hypancistris. I use the same blend here for any species. Bottom scratcher, Soylent Green mixed 50-50. The fish absolutely love it, and I've had fantastic results. So anyways, we're going to wrap this video up. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you taking time out of your day to watch one of my videos. If you have any comments or questions, please post them down below and I'll do my best to respond when time allows. If you like the video, hit that like button. It helps me out a great deal. And if you enjoyed this video enough to think about subscribing, go ahead. Hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost a thing. It's absolutely free. So anyways, thanks again for taking time. And until the next one, we'll catch you later.